Everyone, Ash here, and we need to access my mission logs. Why? Because I am going to go back and I'm going to do Stranded in Space. Now you might be asking why I'd be doing a mission that you do way early in the game. Well, that's because Cryptic went and they redid the mission. What do I mean by redid the mission? They completely revamped it. And I want to show it off. Yeah, I'll be getting another science officer here, so I guess I'll be rounding out my crew. Having a full crew, bridge crew complement for this ship. To any ships in range, this is Dana Brott of the transport SS Azura. Please help. We're being pursued by Orion Raiders. Crew injured. Taking heavy fire. Dropping out of warp near your coordinates. Need immediate evacuation and assistance. Please help us. Yep, they've added cutscenes. They've added specific deals for engineers, science officers, and tactical officers. It actually kind of plays out like a featured mission. Now, of course, these ships here we have to take care of. Let me see if I can turn down the sound so it doesn't echo throughout the mission. Now, sir, sensors are picking up several light attack craft on the intercept course. We will need to deal with them before we can render aid to the SS Azura. And actually, there is something I need to do here. You see this big rock here? We can bypass those fighters here and fly through the rock and get an accolade. Now let's take care of the ships attacking the Azura here. Yeah, also these ships will match your level. I had to think there for a second, because knows how they're tied with my level. Though of course these Corvettes are still no match for my awesomely green Excelsior class starship. Okay, that takes care of him. Now let's finish off this interceptor. Since the interceptor here is a chronoton torpedo. I'm not sure if I have a chronoton torpedo launcher. I have to check to see what that does before I install it on my ship. Now let's take care of these Corvettes here, and then we'll be able to beam over to the Azura. Right, then with the quantum torpedo, and I should be finishing off this. Yep, sure enough, I finished him off. Right, quantum torpedo. See if I can use the evasive maneuvers, turn around fast enough to fire off a plasma torpedo. But of course, I managed to shoot him down before the plasma torpedo actually hit. Captain, I'm detecting elevated radiation levels on the Azura. I've alerted the transporter chief of the situation. She could brief you before you beam over to the Azura. Which is another thing that they changed. Speaking of change, let's see about changing up my crew for this mission. Since I, and... Oh no, that's an engineer. I don't want an engineer. There we go. That works. Yep, this is another thing that they changed for that. Let's go over here and talk to the transporter chief. Captain, I'm concerned about the radiation on the Azura. She might have some damage to the warp core, but our sensors can't pick up enough to determine exactly what you'll find over there. I'm sure I could send you and the away team to the ship safely, but getting you back might be a problem until the Azura's critical damage is repaired. Step on the transporter pad and when you're ready to go. Be careful, sir. Right, we need to go onto the transporter pad, and now beam out. Sir, I'm picking up multiple life signs. Some of them are the Azura's captain and crew, but the rest are Orion. Plasma leaks are blocking our path to the survivors. We will need to use the consoles to safely vent the plasma. Don't think there's anything in here I can interact with. The crew member is critically injured. You do not have the training needed to save them. If something isn't done within the next few minutes, the crew member will not survive. Yeah, this is a science officer deal. We are an engineer, so we can't do anything about that. That's what I was talking about earlier about them having specific deals for you to use. And I could use my Fidian cane, but I don't think it actually did anything. Oh, duh! I completely and utterly forgot about my things I can set down here. Right. And you got vaporized. Right. Now we can move on. We gotta vent this plasma before we can move on. And time to set down everything. A little too close there, dude. You kind of need to get out of my face. Right, I nearly vaporized you, but unfortunately I didn't get the chance to. But you're still dead anyways. And there goes one of my deals. I'm not sure which one, but I think it was the phaser turret. Grab this. Okay. And there goes something else. I think the medical generator went out that time. Right, that takes care of him. There's no... Ooh. This barrel has items in it. Alright, now if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that bypasses the plasma. That's 2 out of 3 deals done, so we just have one more. Check my map here. Oh, I was running back towards the transporter deal. I am a moron. And of course the enemies are in here, so you know what we do with that. Unfortunately, I think they prevented me from setting down the deal there. Use my cane here. And now start shooting. Yeah, the turrets and stuff give them something else to attack, so that's always a good thing. At least until they blow up your turret. Set down another deal because my one turret was about to go. You're a little too close in my face there, bud. And now you're dead. Right. There should be a... here it is. Right. And that takes care of all the plasma leaks. So now we can head here into the engineering. Scanning the warp core, Captain. Catastrophe. Failure of antimatter containment. Warp core breach is imminent. Captain, unless the breach is contained, the Azura will be destroyed. Right, I need to speak to her. We hit an Orion ambush on our way to K7. We lost our weapons almost immediately, and then we took a direct hit near engineering. Our warp engine's magnetic antimatter containment failed. My crew did everything they could, but the radiation took its toll. Yeah. We had no choice but to drop our shields and use the power to try to stabilize the containment field. As soon as the shields were down, Orions boarded the ship. I'll never let those green pirates have the Azura. Please take my crew to safety. I'll keep trying to stabilize the warp core. If I'm lucky, I could buy you some time. If I'm not mistaken, though, there was... If you reroute power to life support to containment, you can stabilize the core long enough to erect a level 10 force field, which should hold the antimatter long enough for the Azura to get to Starbase for repairs. It's risky, but unless you do something soon, the warp core will explode. If I'm not mistaken, this is the engineering deal. There's a thing over here. Life support levels are at 82%. Automated backups will engage power to life support drop below 47%. Are you sure you wish to reroute power to antimatter containment? Yes. Now we need to deploy the containment field. And there we go. We get a